Kansei is recommended for individuals 13 and up. For depictions of crime scenes and blood, viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, this is RavenSylphe and welcome back to Kansei. This time we are going to start on the true end. So, let's go, let's get this started. I will skip through everything like before.
Nothing. I'd rather not split up if we don't have to. I don't do well exploring new places.
You're not leaving the house. How bad could it be?
Well, I got stuck in an elevator once because I could...
Just man up and go alone.
But what if something happens?
Like what? You're in the super house of technology. It's... something goes wrong, a robot will probably pop out and save you.
Really?
Probably not.
Oh.
He actually looks disappointed. Come on, let's just get moving. The three of us head into the hallway. It's lined with doors. In the end of the hallway, a glass door leads to the ascending staircase. Alright, this is where we split up. Let's start at the end and work our way back. So there's the staircase and the two doors at the end. Do either of you have a preference?
No.
I'd rather not go down there.
Naoki points to the staircase. No surprise there. It's quiet and out of the way. I have a sneaking suspicion that Naoki's afraid of being underground. Ugh. Well, I'll take the door on the right.
Then I'll take the one on the left.
Naoki walks to the door and places a hand on it. It beeps once and swings open for him. I turn to Mei. Are you okay with the staircase? Yes. She turns and walks down the stairs without any hesitation. I turn to my door, gently touch it. A red light flashes and the door beeps quietly before swinging open silently. As I enter the room, I nearly walk into Marisa Klein. She looks surprised, as if I just caught her poking around where she shouldn't be.
Oh, Kansei! I'm sorry about before. I just assumed you were Liam because you look like you're his age.
It's fine. It's not fine, but there's no point in telling her that.
So what are you doing here?
Not much, just exploring.
No, I meant here, at Mr. Otten's place. You can't possibly be a business associate of his.
I'm here for work.
Work? What kind of work do you do?
I guess I'm a special investigator. Marissa's eyes grow wide as she gazes at me in awe.
Then we're the same! You and I are both people who try to uncover the truth.
She moves close and lowers her voice.
So you're here to investigate Liam, aren't you? I knew it was only a matter of time before Mr. Otten got tired of his nephew's lies. Just between you and me, I really think all those rumors about Liam are the least of what he's done.
Funny. Back when she thought I was Liam, she said she didn't believe the rumors at all. It looks like she'll say anything to get what she wants. Still, I'm curious to know what exactly this Liam guy has been up to. I guess it's best to play along for now. Why do you say that? Do you have any proof? She frowns.
Well, not yet. But I'm definitely going to find it. That's the real reason I came here, you see. I want to see if this family has any dirty little secrets that I can expose.
She puts her finger to her lips and winks.
Once I write a hard-hitting article about all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes here, everyone will see what a great journalist I am. We could work together, you know. I'll even list you as one of my sources. It'll help your career, won't it?
Ugh, what a two-faced woman. She seems like the sort of person who's used to lying to get her way. I don't like the thought of working with her, but it seems better than getting on her bad side, and it's probably best to keep an eye on her. I guess I should put on a happy face. Sure, it couldn't hurt to trade notes. Ugh, smiling feels weird. Do I look as weird as I feel?
Great! We can cover so much ground if we split up. I bet if we explore right now, we can find something good.
Marissa doesn't seem to notice that my smile is faker than spray-on tan. She heads to the door and touches it. It beeps and slides open. As soon as we enter the hall, we come face to face with Li Mei.
Whoops. Sorry, darling. Didn't see you there.
Li Mei tilts her head to the side and gazes at me curiously. Why don't you go that way and I'll talk to this girl? I point down the hallway and Marissa nods.
Good idea.
She flits off cheerfully. I didn't realize it was possible to be that annoyed by someone. Li Mei and I stand in silence for a few moments. Finally, she breaks the silence.
She's strange.
She is, although considering our state, I don't know if either of us really has the right to say that. A kind of a hint of a smile plays across Li Mei's lips. It's probably the most emotion I've seen out of her so far. Well, did you find anything downstairs? She shakes her head.
The door won't open. No guests allowed.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by that. Let's go see if Naoki has any better luck. We approach the second door, it swings open, and Naoki exits.
Oh, hey. Find anything?
Nothing in particular, unless you count an annoying, nosy reporter. What about you?
Well, no reporter on this side. That room is full of Chinese artifacts. It's like a museum in there.
His whole house feels like a museum. He's got Chinese relics everywhere. No wonder he's so interested. I wonder why he's so interested in China.
Well, should we keep exploring the house?
Yeah, let's get...
Whoa, are you okay?
I don't feel so good.
It's happening.
What's going on?
I feel my stomach churning. Li Mei looks ill too. Please don't.
Scared. He's scared.
Who? Kangai?
I clutch at my stomach. Everything feels so light. It's Mr. Otten. I race down the hallway, so clutching at my stomach. Mr. Otten! I stumble up the staircase, barely stopping for breath as I head towards Mr. Otten's office. Naoki chases after me, stopping short at the top of the stairs. Something's wrong with Mr. Otten! I rush to the door and pound on it frantically. Mr. Otten! Mr. Otten! Gursky grabs me by the shoulders and pulls me away from the door. Let me in! There's something wrong!
Whoa, kid, calm down.
I feel like I'm about to throw up, but I doubt Detective Gursky would appreciate that. He's not okay. Gursky stares at me for a moment. He looks torn. I can tell he's not exactly ready to trust me yet, but I think he also feels like something is wrong. Finally, I turn to Sophia.
Mr. Otten has been unusually quiet for a while. Are you sure everything is okay? Is there any way we can force ourselves in?
Sophia doesn't look pleased by his request.
It's certainly unorthodox. I don't think Mr. Otten would be pleased.
I think he'd be even less pleased if he needed medical attention and we didn't get it to him.
Sophia sighs and nods.
Very well. The only way to open the office without it...
And how...
Someone needs...
Sounds...
It's meant I'm the only... It is, but I can open it from here. Once you head down there, everything will be fine.
Detective Gursky glances over my shoulder.
Alright, Naoki, go reset it.
What? Why me?
Somehow I get the feeling Naoki says that a lot. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about going down there. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be okay.
Right.
Naoki doesn't seem too inspired by my words, but he leaves anyway. We stand in awkward silence for a few minutes before lights flicker off. As soon as the lights power back on, Sophia punches in a rapid series of numbers into the keypad and begins the door. The door swings open and 3 of us crowd into the doorway.
Mr. Otten!
Sophia rushes in, and grabs the body laying on the floor.
Mr. Otten! Sir!
She shakes him gently, but he doesn't respond. Oh, excuse me. Detective Gursky leans over Mr. Otten's body and places 2 fingers on his neck.
He doesn't have a pulse.
I enter the living room again. Not much has changed since my last visit, including the occupant.
Oh, Kangai! Did you find out anything about Mr. Otten or Liam?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure there's a tactful way to put this. Mr. Otten died.
What? Are you kidding?
No. Marissa stares into my eyes, searching me with a mixture of fear and panic. I stare back until the truth of the incident sinks in. Her expression changes slowly as she realizes that I'm not lying.
Are you sure? What happened?
I guess there's no use in lying to her. I think he was murdered.
Murdered? I suppose that shouldn't come as much of a surprise.
What do you mean?
William Otten is not a popular man. His business practices are already reprehensible, and there have been rumors of unethical treatment of some of his test subjects. That's why I came. I was hoping I'd be able to uncover something about what he might be doing. I write for a humanitarian blog dedicated to unearthing the hidden cruelties of this world. We've covered everything from torturing prisoners of war to animal abuse.
So you're not really a reporter for modern trends.
No, that part's true. I found that being a journalist for a magazine of fluff pieces puts people at ease. It's just that I also happen to run a blog that publishes a lot of humanitarian pieces.
She smiles sadly at me.
I guess it's my best attempt at being a hero. Well, don't quote me on this, but I got a tip that...
Okay, what sort of illegal things was Mr. Otten
Well,
doing?
don't quote me on this, but I got a tip that he headed up a series of government-funded experiments conducted on unborn children.
What?
A group of women were asked to volunteer for a sleep study, but the study was just a cover to administer an experimental drug. The effects weren't immediately evident, though. The drugs were meant to genetically alter any children that the women might have. The exact nature of the alteration is unknown, unfortunately. Most of the women suffered miscarriages, probably as a result of the drug.
Open my mouth, but no words come out. I can't even think of anything to say in response. Marissa watches me closely, trying to decipher my reaction. Finally, she continues her story.
A little over 20 years ago, most of these women were in college, struggling to pay for tuition. They were offered a large amount of money for participating in a sleep study, and they leapt at the opportunity. As the years passed, each discovered she was unable to have children. Most couldn't even get pregnant, but several had miscarriages. One gave birth prematurely. The child only lived for 3 days.
And Mr. Otten was behind all of this?
He was definitely part of it. As far as I can tell, he was one of the people running the experiment. I don't know who ordered it or what his role was beyond that. Everything I have is circumstantial, though. I've tracked down the surviving women in the study, but unless I can find Mr. Otten with something, I have no real proof.
I take a deep breath, but I don't want to believe that Marissa's right, but if she is, surviving women, what do you mean?
One of them died shortly after the study took place. Complications during birth.
My head is swimming now. It's hard to focus.
Are you all right? You don't look so well.
I'm fine. Marissa touches my shoulder, but I brush her hand aside. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Do you know anything about a sleep study that Mr. Otten ran about 20 years ago?
A sleep study? I do recall one from about 20 years ago, government-sponsored. I believe he was working with a partner at the time.
Do you remember who this person was?
Of course I do. His name was Shen Guan. He was Liam's father.
What?
Mr. Guan and Mr. Otten were partners, and Shen later married Mr. Otten's sister.
Wait, then why is his name Liam Otten? Shouldn't it be Liam Guan?
It's my understanding that Liam's name was changed when Mr. Otten took custody of him. Both Shen Guan and his wife died a long time ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. It's in the past now.
Oh, that hurt.
This was all before my time, of course. I'm only telling you what I've overheard.
It's fine, even a little bit of information helps. I heard that Mr. Otten was conducting genetic experiments on people.
That's a pretty strong claim. Are you sure?
Well, not exactly. I mean, I was talking with Marissa about it. She's got some pretty good evidence for it.
Is that so?
Yeah, I don't know all the details, though.
This definitely warrants a closer look. I think I'll go speak with her about it. We can talk more about this later.
Do you know if Mr. Otten has a vault at a bank?
I assume most rich people do. Why do you ask?
I heard him mention something about keeping a vault safe before he died.
That's strange. I didn't hear anything.
Maybe I just made it up.
No, you're probably onto something. Although, looking at his lifestyle, I'm actually inclined to think that any vault he cares about would be in this house.
How do you know?
He rarely leaves the house, and security here is tight, even for a high-ranking official. It's obvious that he has trust issues. Someone like him wouldn't let a bank hold on to something important. Besides, I'm sure he'd want to keep a close eye on it too. If there's a vault, it's definitely somewhere in here.
Gursky's right. It has to be hidden someplace somewhere. I wonder if anyone else knows about it. Hey, feeling any better?
Yes. I'm sorry for earlier. I just needed some time to myself to think.
Come up with anything?
Actually, yes. I've been thinking about Mr. Otten's death.
What about it?
The more I think about it, the more I think it was an inside job.
How so?
At first, I thought that someone on the outside might have managed to sneak something in, like poison. But Mr. Otten was very careful. Liam told me that his uncle refused to eat dinner until someone else had eaten it first. The only chink in his armor would be someone that he trusts. There's no other way.
Mercer's right. It can't be anyone else. Lei looks up at me with a smile as soon as I enter.
You're excited.
Of course I am. I hold up the key I found hidden in the water fountain. Lei smiles. She's clearly as pleased as I am. I place the key in her delicate fingers and she inserts it into the keyhole. She moves it back and forth slowly, pressing her ear to the side of the box as she does. I hear a metallic click followed by the sound of something falling. Finally, she lets out a quiet sigh. She straightens up and nods confidently. You got it? She steps aside to show me the open box. A single SD card lies in the bottom of the box. Lei and I look at each other with triumphant smiles. As soon as I touch the SD card, I hear a series of high-pitched beeps. Uh-oh. The door bursts open and Kevin rushes in. I grab the SD card and stuff it in my back pocket before rolling around to face him. Kevin slams the door shut and spins around, jumping in surprise as soon as he sees me.
Since when?
He glances up at the camera mounted on the ceiling and lets out a frustrated sigh.
Right.
Lei touches my shoulder gently and whispers.
He's panicking.
Kevin, what's going on? What's all the beeping for? I take a step towards him, but he reaches out into his back pocket and pulls out a knife.
Stay there!
He rushes past me, keeping the knife pointed at my throat. With his free hand, he grabs Mei and pulls her towards himself with a rough tug. What are you doing? I move slowly away from Kevin, never taking my eyes off
I have
of
to
him.
get out of here!
The door's locked.
Not for long.
He laughs, but it sounds more like a pained squeeze.
Coming out of a lockdown. In a few seconds, the doors will unlock, and I'll be home free.
Something in my brain clicks. You're the one who poisoned Mr. Otten. You're the one who could have. You're the only one who could have. Kevin laughs. The strange makes a fearing expression.
You're kind of slow to the party. Your friends already figured that out.
He waves a knife at me, but I don't move.
Khan! Kevin is the murderer!
Despite my current predicament, I find myself rolling my eyes. The information would have been a lot more useful about 10 seconds ago.
Hang in there. We're coming to get you.
Kevin, dude, why?
Why? Are you kidding?
He moves toward the exit as quickly as he can, but Lei isn't cooperating. Her body hangs limp, and he's forced to drag her towards the door.
He took advantage of my family. He ruined their lives, and it's my fault. I had to.
No, you didn't. You're so short-sighted. Did you even think of any of this through at all? We're interrupted by pounding on the door.
Kevin! Kevin, we know you're in there!
Kevin puts his finger to his lips, motioning for the two of us to be silent. Detective, he's got a knife, and he's got Lei Mei. Kevin glares at me. The pounding on the door stops. Did they give up? I hear a soft beeping sound. Sounds like they're trying to override the retina detector. I don't think Kevin's noticed yet. Kevin slowly moves towards the exit, eyes darting between me and the door. I move towards Kevin, but his grip on Lei Mei tightens.
I don't.
Lei Mei's voice is only a whisper, but the fear in her eyes looks more like concern for me than for her own well-being. Kevin stumbles a few paces, dragging Lei Mei along with him. He's already breathing heavily. It's obvious he's not used to anything physically strenuous. Still, the look in his eyes promises that he's not going down until without at least attempting to put that knife in someone's chest. I take a step forward, and he moves one step towards the exit. I try another step towards Kevin, and he swings the knife at me. It whistles through the air, and I try to jump out of the way. My ankle twists under my weight, and I stumble forward. Ah! Alex? What? The door bursts open, and Detective Gursky and Aki freeze as soon as they see the situation. I'm fine. I hold my hand up, motioning for Gursky and Aki to stay at a distance. I switch my gaze back and forth between Kevin's eyes and the knife in his hand. There's got to be an opening. Detective Gursky and Aki still stand at the doorway, not daring to move. Kevin keeps his knife trained on me. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Aki blink. Suddenly, Kevin's body shivers. He looks around wildly as if he's in a daze, and the hand holding the knife goes limp. Whoa! That was awesome. Can I watch that again? That is for Lei You asshole! You dipshit! Okay, I'm done. Without hesitation, I race forward and swing my arm. My fist meets his face and he stumbles back. He drops the knife and it falls to the ground with a clatter. The Detective Gursky moves in quickly, grabbing Kevin's free hand and expertly twisting it around behind his back. He gives me a grudging smile.
Not bad, kid.
I release Kevin and allow Gursky to take over. As I do, Lee May runs over to me and takes my hand. I look down at her and give her a reassuring smile. It's okay. Kevin won't hurt you anymore. She smiles back at me. She looks grateful, but there's something about her eyes that still reflects fear. She's not afraid of Kevin, though, so... Before I can ask, she gives my hand a small squeeze.
Thank you.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see Aki watching the scene with a satisfied look in her eyes. I approach her and lean casually against the wall beside her. So, that little panic attack that Kevin had just a moment ago?
You can thank me later.
She flashes her usual confident smile. You know, you blink every time you do it. Not very subtle. I poke her arm as if somehow that will help me get my point across. I'm not sure why I'm teasing her. I guess it's curious to see her reaction.
And you pass out every time you use your Kansei.
Okay, you have a point.
I could teach you how to control it if you want. How to stay conscious. It'll take a while for you to get it right, but I get the feeling you'll be stuck with us for a while.
She leans against the wall next to me. Her smile is softer now, more genuine.
I hope you don't mind.
I laugh and shake my head. No, I don't mind. I tilt my head back and gaze thoughtfully at the ceiling. After all these years of running, it might be nice to finally take a break. Yay! And that is the true ending. Awesome! That was great. I love this. The story is good. The characters are great. The voice acting is really good. I love it. It's great. And then there's the third one called Yusei, something like that. Oh. The trip to Otten Estate was only yesterday, but somehow it feels like it's been longer than that. Maybe it was the hours of interrogation from the police that came after Aki and Detective Gursky solved the case. Or maybe it was the uncomfortable atmosphere when Aki and Detective Gursky actually had to share credit for solving the case. Maybe it's just the strange feeling of nostalgia. Everything feels so familiar, piecing together people's lives, the adrenaline rush. It's the first time I've felt real in 3 years.
Hopefully today isn't as eventful as yesterday.
Aki stretches and throws herself on the couch.
I feel like celebrating our mission accomplished by doing absolutely nothing.
Mission accomplished, but your client is dead.
Good point. Well, either way, we don't have any work today. We might as well enjoy it.
The words have barely escaped Aki's lips when there's a firm knock on the door. Aki looks at Lee May. The petite girl runs to the door and stands on her toes to peer through the eye hole. When she turns around, she doesn't look pleased.
Detective.
Great.
Aki takes her time unlocking the door. Finally, she makes a great show of opening it.
Well, hello, Miko. What brings you to this corner of the world?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just assumed that you want to know what happened with Kevin.
What happened?
We found his prints in the bottle that Sophia brought us. Once we showed him, he pled guilty. He added liquid nicotine to Mr. Otten's cognac and simply waited for him to drink it.
Oh.
When you showed up that day, Mr. Otten had a panic attack, and he went to the bottle for comfort. We wound up killing him instead.
What's going to happen to Mr. Otten's estate now?
Hard to say. Technically, it belongs to Liam, but we're having trouble finding him.
Why? Where'd he go?
He ran off during all the confusion. Guess he didn't want to be arrested for his own crimes.
Aki looks severely displeased.
So he's still out there somewhere?
Don't worry, we'll find him.
He smiles pointedly at Aki.
We always do.
She flashes him her trademark grin.
You don't have to tell me, officer.
Gursky laughs.
Well, I'll be seeing you kids around. Try to stay out of trouble, okay?
Anything you say, sir.
From the smile on Aki's face, I get the feeling that's not a pledge we're going to be able to keep. Then again, looking at Gursky's expression, I'm fairly certain he doesn't expect us to keep it either. Staying here might not be so bad after all. For the first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to what tomorrow will bring. Well done, you solved the case! Woo! You unlocked some bonus content as a reward for your hard work. Check the main screen to see what you've unlocked. Okay! Extras. Epilogue.
Hey, you here or what? I got the stuff you wanted.
I'm here. You need to shout, Liam.
Chance.
Yeah, whatever. This is all I could get. I kinda had to sneak out the back before the police arrested me, too.
What did I tell you about staying out of trouble?
Are you gonna lecture me now or something? It's not like I could have gotten anything else anyway. That Detective Gursky insists on keeping most of these papers as evidence.
Evidence? How did he even find it in the first place?
He didn't. That con guy kid found it.
Con guy?
Some new guy hanging out with the twins and that China doll.
Did he have dirty blonde hair dyed black at the ends?
Yeah, you know him?
You should have stopped him.
Oh, come on. What did you want me to do? Kill him?
Yes, it's what I would have done.
Well, as you and Father are so fond of pointing out, I'm not like you.
Pity, really. Well, at least you finally managed to do your job. How many years did it take you again?
Oh, don't even start. I did what you told me to do. So you'll leave me alone now, right?
You're free to go. Go enjoy the rest of your pitiful life, Liam. There's not much left of it after all.
Whoa! Mind blown. Let's see what the other stuff is. Oh, no, that's fine. Well, we finished it. We got every ending. I think we pretty much got every ending in the first one. So I'm not going to go back to that one. We're going to continue on to Yosei! Yay! Remember, go check out the site in the description if you wish to purchase this game for yourself. It's only $10, but it's worth the price. I guess that's the end of this. Yeah, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.